What's up, everybody? This is Real with Ryan, where I have real conversations with real people to help you get to know the real you. And today, I have my homegirl here, Cori, and me and Cori met. Like last year at school, and I was in the hallway chilling, being me. And so I'm sitting on this big bench, y'all. This big bench that could probably fit the whole school on there.
It was
indeed. And so out of all the places to sit on this big bench, she sat on the floor. Like, she did not want to be around me. And ever since then, I was like, yeah, I got to talk to her, because why is she being like that?
And you did proceed to talk to me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, hey.
Did we have a deep conversation that time? We probably did.
No, you were just asking, you're like, so why are you here? And I was like, like always, like, yeah. I'm here because I didn't want to go to lunch.
Or last year, we had ended up having a class together, and we were the only people that were talking for real.
No, literally.
We were the only people that were talking for like the first few days, and we had seen people were trying to like come into our conversations and be a part of it. So we just started talking to people. We're both the type of people to just go and talk. It's just...
No, but I mean, that's true. Like, I've always been a talkative person. I feel like you're always like a talkative person.
Gotta be.
Exactly.
But so Cori does a little bit of everything. She's modeling with fashion.
Yeah.
With what else?
Instagram, social influencer.
Yeah. All that.
You know.
But today we finna get on everybody's case of watching this, because y'all need to hear this. We're going to be talking about...
We're calling y'all out.
And
really. Your self-respect, your self-worth.
Confidence.
Confidence. Exactly. Like, you just got to up your scale.
Okay, so we're going to be talking about finding yourself after a breakup. And I feel like in this generation now, people are really kind of being proud of the toxicness in this generation.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, parading it. And so are celebrities too. So whose fault is that for real?
I think it's everybody's fault, because I think it's the media's fault for publicizing it, making it more okay. And I feel like the thing is your own fault, because it's like, if you don't love yourself, nobody's gonna love you.
Right.
And if you don't respect yourself, why would someone respect you?
Exactly. If you take a step back too, not to call out the old heads, but we're gonna call y'all out. I feel like it stems from a lot of generational stuff too, like the relationships. Just looking back at the generations and the relationships they had with their spouses and stuff, it wasn't as, oh, let's go to therapy, let's try doing this to fix our relationship. It's just like, hey, I married you, I'm gonna stay with you, I'm gonna take whatever comes with you. And that's not always. It's not always good to do that.
Yeah, I agree.
And so I feel like people kind of... do you feel like people's standards lowered, or do you feel like...
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely lowered. Like, I know a couple of people and they just begin what they can get. And I think that's sad, because I see potential in a lot of people. Right. I feel like everybody has potential. But it's hard to like build you up if you can't. If you ain't got
the building blocks.
If you ain't got no foundation, I can't help you. Right. We can't add a window in here. We can't do shit. Like,
so what do you feel like is the hardest part to go through during a breakup?
I think the hardest part is just finding yourself again. I feel like from my personal experiences, when I went through breakups, I forgot what I was doing before. And I thought, oh, I needed this person.
Yeah.
And I needed to be with them. And this person completes me and they make me whole. And I forgot what I was doing before that. Like, I was a model before. I was doing social media before. Like, I need to like...
get back on your stuff.
Get back on it.
I feel like too, in most cases, you change after a breakup too. So it's kind of hard to separate yourself from the relationship side of you, because I feel like you're different. You're a different person when you're in a relationship versus when you're out. And so to go from being out of one and getting in one and then get out one, you're just like three different people basically. Like, your mindset is going to change. The stuff you like is going to change. So you just getting to know yourself all over again without having that person that you were so used to like be there with you doing it.
Absolutely.
But
I agree. What about you?
I feel like... I'm trying to see.
hardest part.
The hardest part, probably what you said too, or kind of going through life knowing that you still have memories and share special stuff, like or special moments with the person that you're no longer like talking to. So it's like you'll get reminded of that,
like reminiscing.
Almost like that. But it's like you experience them for a reason, not to keep them around. But it's just I don't know. I just feel like it's like that.
No, I get that for sure. I definitely learned like not everyone is meant to be in your life forever.
Right.
Some people have like periods in your life. Some people have like times and clocks and stuff. It's just not everyone is there forever.
Exactly.
Depending on the person.
How do you feel like people should adjust to being on your own and being comfortable with it? I feel like it's a big thing to learn. How do you feel like somebody could go about doing it though?
Wait, what do you mean?
So after like going through a breakup, like you're not just out of a breakup, fresh breakup, how does somebody learn how to adjust to being by themselves and being okay with that? Because you're just so used to being with this person all the time. They're in your routine, everything. So
I feel like I take it as like a grieving process because you did lose someone. They're not dead necessarily, but they could be dead to you, and they could like you're just losing someone. I feel like the first step is you gotta cry. You just gotta do it. I feel like people are too nervous to go through their healing and they don't want to be hurt, but you gotta be hurt because you can't go over the problem. It's still gonna be there. You gotta go through the problem, and then you can finally, move past it. Because you're not gonna move past it if you're going over it.
I like that. I agree with you.
You think it's crying too?
No, like I feel like that's part of it. That's definitely need to be a first stepping stone because it's like you're letting everything out.
Yeah,
but
like you gotta realize like some days are gonna be better than other days. You're not always gonna be crying,
right?
But you might have like those other days where you like you see him again, or you think about him again, or something like that, and you might start that whole process over again. But it doesn't mean you're going backwards. It's just
part of it. Process. Emotion. I feel like acceptance will help you the whole way through.
Absolutely. Oh my god.
Accepting like the reminiscing, the cries you're gonna have, the happiness. You feel me?
And I mean, like, let's say like the breakup like ended on bad terms, like you still gotta accept what happened. Doesn't mean it's okay like that they hurt you, but you just gotta accept that they did hurt you.
Right.
It just is what it is.
So how do you know when it's time to break up with somebody?
Oh my god.
Like, I just know it's a lot of people out here. They don't know when it's time. Everything is just like, oh, it's part of it. Relationships aren't easy, but it's like, come on now, relationships ain't gotta be rock hard. You feel me? Like,
exactly. No, literally, like I feel like if you're not happy, that's like the first indication. Like you can fix it, but once shit is broken, it's broken. Like you can't keep fixing stuff. Okay. Especially if the other person doesn't want to fix it. You just gonna have to let it go.
So when you say happy, are you talking about like happy for a minute, happy for a couple of days?
No, like you're not always gonna be happy in the relationship. But if you're like, if you can look at the person and just be like, you just don't make me happy anymore, point blank, period. Like it's time to let that go. Because at that point, you're just there for the attachment. You're not there because you love them. You just gotta let that shit go.
I feel like you get a feeling too. You're gonna get a feeling when it's time to let go of something. You're gonna do it, you're gonna be forced to do it. You're gonna do it by force or choice.
Exactly. I feel like once you're not happy, the other person's gonna pick up on it. Like they're gonna be moving, different.
Or and you're gonna be
off. Exactly. Something's bound to happen. Like it's something's gonna happen.
Okay, so what about no, for real. So what about the people that be going tit for tat in a relationship? What do you think? What's your opinion?
Tit for tat?
Like, if so say somebody cheated in a relationship, right?
Oh,
and they like, oh, okay, you did your big one. Now I'm about to do my big one, get my get back. What you think about that?
That's some toxic shit. Oh my god, that's toxic.
It is. But
it is.
No, it is. So do you feel like they should cut that out right then and there and just stop messing with each other? Or do you feel like you can't come back from that?
If someone cheats on you, let me just say,
Bro, y'all, Cori's a strong believer in cheaters. Just not, bro. Go ahead.
Let me just say, I made some mistakes. I've been cheated on before. I try to fix that. It does not fix, because in the back of your head, you're just thinking, oh, this person's cheated on me. Oh, it could happen again. And then you get toxic. That's when the relationship gets toxic. It's like, it's over. Like, you gotta cut it.
Yeah,
you really gotta cut it. It's gonna get so unhealthy. It's not even gonna be a relationship. It's gonna be jail.
And you're gonna have your good moments too, but you can't let that override the negative stuff that's really going on. I feel like that's what happens. Like, people, they're in a toxic relationship, but they still have those like few good days. And like, oh my gosh, we're good.
I know.
No,
oh
girl.
My God, my man,
no,
open the door for me today. Like, girl, you okay?
So that dude would just beat on you, girl.
Right? Like,
no.
Like, but you covered in bruises. Like, are you good?
Like, and we're not joking on that, y'all. We're just trying to bring them to the fact. No, for real.
It's not funny.
But we're just trying to get y'all to see that that's not okay. That's not normal.
Yeah, it's not
just
normal.
Because they treat you good one day, do a little act of kindness, don't mean it's a happy home. Don't mean that you need to be staying in there.
Exactly. Like, that home is not happy. You're not happy. You need help.
It's a tent.
No, literally, you living in a shed.
Right.
Like, no windows, no door.
Nothing. No gate. Like,
you in a cage. Oh my God. I'm gonna keep coming up with these. You in jail.
So I feel like another thing that's part of healing through a breakup is not blaming yourself. For real. Not blaming yourself. I feel like we are kind of already spoken in a little bit, but knowing that we're young, heavy on that we're young, and you're gonna make mistakes and stuff is gonna happen. It doesn't need you don't need to be left thinking, oh, it messed up because of me, or I'm not worthy of love because of this. Like, no, it's just a part of life. For real. And we're young. So why are you I don't know.
No, I get that. Like, you just sometimes, like, it just don't work out, and it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
Like, you were a 10 out of 10 before, you're still a 10 out of 10 now.
I feel like another thing that's part of going through a breakup and healing is letting go of things that are not benefiting you or holding you back. And that can include the friends you met during that relationship. They can include the things you picked up on during that relationship because they were doing it or they might have liked it.
Yeah.
Or just stuff like that. You just really gotta self-evaluate. I feel like life is all about self-evaluation and reflecting and connection. So once you sit back and really think about the things that you're doing and trying to be intentional with it, you're gonna really realize a lot. And that's just what's part of it.
That's true. I agree with that.
Trying new things.
Like, after the breakup?
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all, I done went kayaking. Oh
my God.
And I love it. I want to be a kayak. Like, I'm just so.
Oh my God. Want to be oh my God. Okay.
But yeah, try new things because you're learning yourself. You're getting to know yourself. I feel like
I agree. I mean, just like remembering, like, yeah, trying new things too, but also remembering like what you liked before. Like, I forgot I liked painting. Like, I did not paint during my relationship.
Really?
Like, barely I did. And then, like, getting out of being released from my shackles and chains, I realized that I love painting. I want to be some paint.
Bro. Oh, then too, I feel like a lot of the reason you don't know that you like stuff that you like in a relationship is because you're so like
your mind's occupied.
Yes, you're always giving their attention to them. You're
That's
always
true.
Doing relationship stuff. And it's just
That's
like,
true.
if you're in a relationship, I love that for you. Just make sure you're making time for yourself too and getting to know yourself.
Like, you don't need, I feel like people hang out with their significant other for too long, like too much. Like, you don't need that necessarily.
How much is, oh no, I agree with you. No, girl, I agree with you. Not going to say, how much is too much to you?
I feel like, okay.
Here you go.
Okay. Maybe because I'm independent, I don't want my man to be on me 24/7.
Yeah,
I feel like exactly. There's 7 days out of the week. I'm willing to give 3 to you. 3 days are for you.
I wonder what your marriage gonna look like.
4 days, like, it's for me, and you can get 3. Like, I feel like that's very generous.
I feel like I'm like that too. I like my peace. Like, bro.
Me too. You got, and you still have friends. Like, don't forget, like, you still have your own social life outside of your relationship.
Like, me being on the phone, on FaceTime with someone I'm talking to, I can't do it. I just feel like I'm wasting my day in a way. Like, it's so much more stuff I could be doing.
That's why your significant other needs to have goals and ambitions. Because they got to have something they can do, too. So they not just waiting
I'm so glad we're touching on this. We might as well just go into the boundary category.
Okay,
What's up with boundaries? Let's talk about boundaries.
Boundaries.
How do you set your boundaries?
My boundaries are set on how I treat myself, how other people treat me, like my brothers, my dad, like the men in my life. Like, if they're treating me well and you're not equaling or doing more, baby, it's gotta go. Like, my dad treat me better than you. Like, you gotta go. That's a mess.
So what about with friends? How do you set boundaries with friends? Like, because I feel like that's good to set boundaries with friends. I feel like
you need to. Like, what do you mean?
Okay, so what
you go first. Okay. So I can think about it.
So I feel like with certain things, not all your friends you're gonna be able to tell everything to. So I feel like that's a boundary you need to have. Limiting how much stuff you tell them, making it known, hey, this isn't you don't need to be knowing stuff like this, right?
Yeah.
How much time you spend with them. I feel like that's a big one too. I feel like it's good to have friendships where you see each other a lot and y'all talk a lot. But at the same time, don't let that take away from you the time you need to be spending with yourself. So I feel like that needs to put out there.
I agree.
A respecting too for y'all's friendship. What's okay and what's not.
I agree.
Because it's like certain things. Because we talked about this before. Let's talk about it right quick.
Okay, talk about what? What we talking about?
Like being cool with certain people that your friend kind of not cool with. You feel like that's okay? Like if she wasn't cool with somebody, they was probably beefed out or something. Do you feel like it's okay to still be friends with them?
It depends on the circumstance, in my opinion.
Okay.
Because I personally am not the type of person that likes someone because somebody else doesn't like them. Unless it's a valid excuse, like they just did you dog on dirty, like ran you through the mud, like that's different. But if you don't like someone because of some petty stuff, like that's for me to find out, because they might not, you might have got them on a wrong time, a wrong angle.
Exactly. Then you're gonna be looking crazy when they get back cool and you're not even cool with them because see, been there. But,
oh my god.
But yeah, back to the boundaries.
No, literally.
Back to the boundaries.
You get off topic.
No. So yeah, how do you say boundaries with your friends then?
I just make sure that we're on like a agreement that you have things to do, I have things to do. We're still gonna be friends. Like we can still hang out, we can still talk and stuff. Like obviously, but we need to like manage our time. Because I feel like there's not that much time in the day. And I'm a hardworking person and I can't, like you said, can't be on the phone all day. So definitely managing time, respect, like for the both of us. I care about my friends so deeply. Like I love my friends. Like they are so amazing. And I just make sure that we all respect each other. Like we can do jokes, it's funny and stuff, but just not disrespectful. Like not like
out of pocket stuff.
Yeah, kind of. But I mean, I still can take a joke. Like, if you want to like joke about something, like that's cool. Like, I'm not gonna be hurt. But once I'm like, all right, that's enough. Like, I'm not messing with it. You gotta respect me at that point.
I agree. I feel like another thing that's important when you're going through a breakup is realizing just because you were used to it doesn't mean it was meant for you. Like people
elaborate on that.
Let me tell you. Just because you were in a relationship for a certain amount of time, you see this a lot with older people, for real. But just because you're in a relationship for a certain amount of time and you feel like that was your person, doesn't mean you can't break up with them if the stuff isn't good or like you can't.
I feel like people just think that they can't do anything better than that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they just feel like, oh, I have to be with this person because I can't get anybody else. Which is false. Yeah. Like, you can. But
because like all what they've been through, or like they just feel like this other person's gonna put up with them. Or some people just it's scary. I get that. I get how it can be scary, like learning somebody new.
No,
but it's like at the same time, no. When's a better time to do it? We young.
Exactly.
Hey, go get that man today.
Exactly. How about it?
But I also feel like something that's important after a breakup is learning not to compare new people to your ex.
Yeah.
Like in a sense of, I don't like him just because he didn't do it how my old dude did it, like dressing or like treating. I don't know. I feel like everybody's different. You're gonna meet different people. And it's like you said, it's the grieving process. So a lot of people are gonna go back to what they're used to. They're gonna try and find whatever like is closest to them. And it's not good because you're not even getting over them at that point. You're just looking for a 2.0 version.
That's
Girl,
true.
what's that going to
That's true. Like, you're going to be in the same shackles you were in. Like, oh my God.
You feel like people do that a lot though?
What, like find somebody similar?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I feel like people don't grieve. Like, they don't go through the healing process at all. Like, I feel like they're like, oh, I got a relationship. Let me hop into the next. That's not going to work out for you because you're the same person with the same problems, the same trauma. Like, you got to really learn from yourself. You got to literally take the time to be with just yourself. Because otherwise, you're just going to be the same person. You're going to bring that same toxic shit from your other relationship into the next one. It's an infestation.
I feel like people don't learn from that though. That's why I feel like that's why their relationships don't be working out too. That and because people be forcing it. Like people want to be in a relationship so bad. I gotta have this and be settling for the next thing walking. It's just like, girl.
No, literally. I have a friend. All she talks about is like being in a relationship, But I'm like, what about you though?
Right.
Like, is a relationship is not gonna make you happier. Especially if you're not happy right now.
Exactly.
It's not gonna make you happier. It's not gonna do anything for you until you're ready. So you forcing something to happen, it's just gonna end badly.
I have some friends that did that too. And it's just like you can't really help them through that. You can't really, like you gotta let them
I know you just gotta be like, next topic. Oh my God.
Then too, it's like when they hop in relationships like that, it don't be good. Like I talked to my homegirl Jasmine about this today. Okay. She was saying how sometimes people aren't really yours to keep, but to experience. She said that.
That's true.
Even that's on all aspects though, but especially relationships. So how do you how do you go from being with somebody, right? And seeing them all the time, taking videos together, and then to watching them kind of do that with somebody else.
Like watching them with somebody.
Move on. How do you feel like people should watch people move on they've been with?
I feel like if you're still hurt, it's obviously gonna really bother you. Like, but if you take the time to like, the only real reason to watch someone move on is if you're also moved on. But that just goes with the process. Like, you have to wait some time. Yeah. Just like log out of social media. Like, just don't see it. Like, out of sight, out of mind.
Right.
That's what you gotta do. Like, that is what you gotta do. And fill up your time, like the amount of space, so you're not constantly thinking about that person. You gotta fill it up with things that you like to do, just to find yourself again. Like, I went to yoga.
Oh yeah,
I went to yoga.
You gotta try new stuff, y'all. It's so, especially since we're young. Like right now, these years are the foundation for the rest of our lives. Why not try and figure out what you like to see how you're gonna be in the future? So, but I feel back to it. Yeah, I feel like not focusing on their social medias, especially. You gotta block them. You could let them know. So, I mean, if you want to, because some people take that be like, oh, they're being petty or. Nah, bro. If you gotta block, you gotta do that. Like, just do that.
That's true. That's true. It really goes with the out of sight, out of mind, because you're not gonna see them. You're not gonna be thinking about it, and then by the time you're healed and you come back to it, it's just not gonna be nothing. You're gonna be chilling.
So, Cori, we didn't give all this lovely advice.
Exactly.
How do you think people should know when it's time for them to get into a relationship again? And we're like Dr. Phil right now.
I know. How do I feel when it's time to get in a relationship?
Right.
I just feel like it's very cliche, but I feel like you just don't look for a relationship. First of all, don't look for a relationship.
Yeah, be Ray Charles. Right?
Don't look for a relationship, because the most authentic relationships, the most authentic people, the most ready people, the most healed people come to you when you least expect it. Mm-hmm. And once you're like chilling and you're over the trauma, you're a happy person, you're refreshed, you're renewed and all that, and you're ready to do it, there's not a specific time when you should be getting into a new relationship. But it's just like, it's like whenever you feel like you're ready to add somebody else to your life. Mm. But also, you got to remember, this is my analogy. You ready? Ready? Just stay with me,
wow,
okay?
Me, okay.
Just stay with me, okay? So you're a cake, right? You're a chocolate cake, a vanilla cake, whatever cake you want to be. You're beautiful. You have all the icing. This person is just a topping to your cake. Mm. You're still the cake.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
You're still the cake. And that's what you got to remember. Whenever this person comes in your life, you can't make them the front of your life. You know, they can't be the everything. They're just the topping. You're still somebody. You're still something whenever they're gone.
I like that.
That's all I got to say.
I like that. Uh-oh.
But yeah.
So to make relationships healthy, you know, you always have to instill certain, I don't want to say rules, but I guess not boundaries. I guess you can say boundaries. Okay. So how do you make those? Like, hey, if you do this is something I don't mess with. So how do you do that in relationships? Because I don't feel like people do that.
Like, how do you set those boundaries?
Yeah, how do you let them know I wouldn't like if you did this? Because a lot of people, they don't do that because they're scared. They don't want to push the person away.
I just feel like you got to be upfront and honest about the situation, because if they want to be with you, then they're going to accept it regardless. Mm-hmm. They're going to, like, if they truly, truly want to be with you, then they're going to accept everything that you come with, all of your boundaries, all of your non-negotiables, everything. I just feel like it's best to be honest, and it's best to be upfront, because you don't want to waste anybody's time. Mm-hmm. If they're like, if you're giving them like, oh, you have to be like this, X, Y, and Z, you have to have these qualities, you have to open my door, something like that. And they're like, oh, that's not me. That's not the type of person I am. That's how you already know, like, they're not going to be the one for you. Because then you're going to force some love. You're going to try to force it, and they're never going to be the person you want them to be, because they weren't like that up front. What about you?
I'm going to have to agree with you. No, because I feel like when you first get to talking to somebody, you should already have these talks like, okay, I wouldn't like if you did this, and that. So I feel like definitely if they're not living up to it, if they're not doing, because a person going to put effort in, they want to do something to anything they want to do. So if they're not doing it, it's just showing you they don't really look at you the way you think that they do, the way you want them to do.
I agree. And I feel like it's just going to be an unhappy home, because you're going to be expecting something that he can never give you or she could never give you.
Cori, how do you know when to... How do you know? Advice from Cori, everybody.
Advice from Cori, guys.
How do you know when it's time for a break or a breakup?
When it's time for a breakup?
A break or a breakup. Like, when should you?
I feel like I thought we said like whenever you're not happy.
But no, like, but it's a break. It's like a break versus a breakup.
I don't believe in breaks.
Why not?
I feel like if you in it for the long run. Why are we breaking up? Why are we taking a break? Why are we taking a break? Are you trying to get with somebody else during this break?
Probably. But no, it's not. I feel like breaks give. It's crazy how we do it.
I know.
I feel like breaks can give somebody the time to realize if this is something that you really want. This gives you time to really self-evaluate and see like how you were in this relationship, and to see you want to still continue doing this. You don't agree? You feel like you can do that while you're in a relationship?
I beg to differ.
Listen, okay, how long is a break to you then? Let's get that out the way.
A break is like a couple of hours.
What?
Like, why do you...
What?
Like, like, why are you trying to take a break? I'm confused.
Baby, that ain't a break. That's a pause. What? A break is like a few days or a week or two.
Why do you need a break?
I just told you. Listen.
Okay, but why can't you in the relationship be like, this is what I'm going through. This is how I feel towards
Exactly.
you.
And I feel like that's you need to put it out there. Hey.
Because I see people, when people tell me, oh, I need a break. I'm like, you need a break for what? To go find somebody else?
You're the problem with this generation.
No, because if you really think about it, a lot of people say, oh, I want a break so that they can go see the grass is greener on the other side. It never is. And then so they can come back to you. I've been there. I'm speaking from
you
experience.
Said that
I'm speaking from experience. This is giving me flashbacks.
Bro. But
yeah,
that's not always the case, Cori. Hey, let your PTSD go. Listen, a break can be the time for realization. Like, it's everything. And then I feel like if you communicate that, what you're trying to do within this break, what this break is going to consist of, saying, a break is not going to be me going out. It's not going to be me.
Okay, wait. Maybe I'm confused. So whenever you say break, like y'all are still together or you're not together?
That's a good question.
Because if you want a couple of days to yourself,
no, you're not together.
You can have 4 days to yourself.
Y'all are not together.
You're not together? Yeah, fuck no. Fuck no.
But no, you could say that y'all not gonna be doing anything.
Let's be transparent. A lot of the time, let's be transparent. A lot of the times, tell me if I'm right or wrong, okay? When people ask for a break, it's really to see if the grass is greener on the other side. They go play the field for a little bit. They go see what's on the other side. It's never nothing.
They call up that one egg.
They call up that one eggs. Exactly. They go to a party, I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to a party. But they just hoeing for that break. They come back the exact same person. Speaking from experience.
Friend.
Is that right or is that wrong? Like,
okay, not gonna lie. That is usually how they go.
It is usually how they
go. But some people like me, they don't be on that. They just want like a little time to themselves to reevaluate.
Okay, so things. Why we gotta break up then? If you want some time by yourself.
To reevaluate things without feeling the strains of being in a relationship. The expectations, they're not there.
But you could still, you could take your little nap for your little 3 hours.
But you still by yourself. Stuck on this little time out. That is not the break. But yeah, Cori, do you have any advice to give to the people who are going through a breakup right now to close this off?
Okay. Some advice I have for you. Some advice that I have for you. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Is that don't forget who you are. If you're going through a breakup and you're going through something, you're still that amazing person before, the amazing person that they liked and the amazing person that you're going to continue to be. Things just don't happen and that's fine. Like, I feel like breakups honestly are amazing things. Like, you get to relearn yourself. You get to pick up new activities, reconnect with your friends, have more time to yourself. And I just feel like a lot of the time, if a breakup is unhealthy for you and it's toxic, it's just holding you back. So break free of those shackles.
I like that. I feel like for me to just seal it, I'm going to say just be patient with yourself. It's going to be hard. It's going to be times where you're happy. You're going to feel like you're high on life. And sometimes it's going to be like, dang, I'm really right here. But you just got to be patient with yourself, knowing that you're going to be okay no matter what. You're going to be straight. And just getting to know yourself, like she said, that's a big thing. To love this person you're becoming, what you're about to experience, and accepting everything that's about to come. But yeah, this is Cori. Time with Cori. Yeah, it's real right.
Bye, y'all.